You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, B&B fans. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and today I've got a Taylor Hayes wish list. This is 5 things that I think Bold and the Beautiful really needs to do if they are going to keep Krista Allen around. So a lot of fans suspected / worried because Krista Allen has not been seen in a while. And then Steffi said her mom Taylor was going to go to Europe with her. And then that's just kind of the most recent thing. Taylor's had almost no scenes in the past few months. And tell me when the last time is she's had any actual storyline written for her. Not where she was an accessory to someone else's storyline and a minor accessory at that, but a full-fledged Taylor-centric storyline. She hasn't. So now the network replied and called the report speculative and said Krista's still on contract, present tense, at this moment. Sure. Okay. Sure. Her contract is likely up for renewal in mid-December based on her 2021 December start date as the recast that replaced Hunter Tylo. What CBS didn't say was whether her contract has been renewed and whether she's going to continue to be on contract and be on B&B. So I don't know if they were cagey with their answer or honest. I don't know. I think they were trying to quell outrage and protect their ratings, which aren't doing great. So what they did say is that she has 3 episodes at the end of September and then like 1 in October. We'll see. Also, I just did a standalone video. You can check out it in the playlist for Bold or the recent videos. She was not mentioned in the season 37 spoilers they just released. Most of the other people were mentioned. She was not. So all that being said, I hope that Taylor sticks around. But if they're going to keep Krista Allen on contract past December, they actually need to use the character and write for Taylor. Write or let her go. That's where I'm at. So I have this list of 5 things that I think B&B needs to do if they're keeping Krista on contract so that Taylor is relevant and not just randomly missing in action all the time. All right, I'm going to unpack these for you guys, but if you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our B&B updates. All right, let's dig in. So the very first thing on my Taylor Hayes wish list is no more of this Ridge Brooke Taylor love triangle BS. Basically, to me, to my eyeballs on the screen every weekday, Bold and Beautiful writers seem fully committed to the dusty destiny of Brooke and Ridge. And that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But keep Taylor out of it. Ridge Forrester is not a prize. Let's face it, he is not worth fighting over, which is why Taylor and Brooke made that pact that, to my eyes, they actually both broke while not being completely honest with the other, because he has been jerking them around and gaslighting them and playing them off against each other for decades. So just stop it. Stop it, Bold. Taylor needs no more flirty conversations with him, no more of them leaning in and almost kissing, no more of him putting his hands on her and holding her close when he is supposedly engaged to Brooke. Taylor can just say, you know what, Brooke? He's all yours. I'm out, and just drop that mic. If Taylor cut Ridge out of her life as everything but just a co-parent to grown children, unfortunately, he might chase her again, because rejection does not seem to be something he handles well. No waffle boy does. And he is the king of the wafflers. Frankly, to me right now, Ridge and Brooke are just kind of irritating. And I think that Taylor should be free of them. Hashtag free Taylor. That's where I'm at. Brooke is lurking around and she is making all these demands on Hope and Thomas and just being overbearing when it's none of her business. Ridge is crapping on Eric. So you know what? That's fine. Taylor should leave them to their destiny disaster and just walk away. Walk away. My second thing on my Taylor wish list, this is huge. This is probably my biggest thing. I want her to have a real romance of her own that Brooke is not a third party to. I want it to be age appropriate, and I want it to be smoking hot. Smoking hot. So I have a few ideas of who that could involve. First, Bill Spencer. I mean, he's never bedded a woman that shot him before, has he? He might be all into that. Because the stallion's freaky, maybe it's a kink to be with a woman who put a bullet in his back. I could see Bill and Taylor sparking, and that would also get another of my favorites, Don Diamont, right back on the front burner too. The second would be possibly Deacon Sharp. They did have a little vibe for a while, and he needs out of the insanity with the Nine-Toed Menace, but season 37, spoilers hint that they get engaged. I did a video on it. Check it out on the playlist. So he may be off the market. That's fine. They could bring back Taylor's ex-husband, Nick Marone. It would be fantastic to have Jack Wagner back on B&B, right? And it would irritate the hell out of Ridge to see Taylor with his half-brother. And so that would be worth the price of admission. But part of the problem with Bill, Deacon, and even Nick is that they were all crazy in love with Brooke. Maybe they still are. So how about instead bringing back Whipple Jones? Rick Hurst would be absolutely amazing to have back on B&B. And if you don't remember, Taylor and Whip broke up because she couldn't get over Ridge, not because he had some sort of obsession with Brooke. They were married once, but it wasn't a destiny deal, and it fell apart quickly because he was just trying to kind of help her out. So that would be great. This next thing I'm going to suggest, I think, would just be funny as hell. What if they brought back Rick Forrester with Jacob Young in the role? He's amazing. And have Taylor dating Brooke's son. I would laugh my butt off if Taylor told Brooke that it's her destiny to be with his son, with her son. I think that would just be freaking hilarious. Also, just here's something to think about. They could cast someone new for her. They did it for RJ, but we can't do it for Taylor. Come on. Either way, Taylor needs a relationship that is her own and that is not Ridge. All right, my third thing on my wish list is Taylor needs meaningful time with her children, Steffi and Thomas, and her grandkids. Every time Taylor's kids are going through big stuff, Bold just has her notably absent. Instead, they have Brooke kind of targeting and tormenting them, like her BS with telling Steffi, let go of Liam so Hope can have him. Destiny. Her accusing Thomas of things that he's not doing right now because he seems reformed for the most part. And basically, Brooke's just being a wicked stepmother to them. They need their real mom when these life events are happening, but Bold doesn't give us that. With Steffi going through this marriage crisis and Thomas in this secret steamy relationship, Dr. Mama Taylor would be the perfect person to spend time with them on screen, not off screen like they're having Taylor do right now with this Euro trip with Steffi. All right, my fourth thing on my wish list is that Taylor needs storylines that are out of Brooke and Ridge's orbit or working actively against them. So I think it'd be great if Taylor came back and was cheering on Eric to beat Ridge in this fashion challenge. That could be fun. Taylor could have a storyline at the hospital that's medical that could involve Finn and Lee. Taylor could help Finn get rid of Sheila and make sure Liam doesn't pull shady stuff with Steffi that ruins the marriage. And Shirley, with a writer's room full of scribes, even though there are a few less right now during the strike, it seems like they should be able to write a plot for this character with this rich history. She's beautiful. She's funny. Come on. All right. I've got one more big important thing on my wish list, but if you haven't already, please reach down and click subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates, spoilers, and news. And definitely click a like if you're enjoying this. My fifth thing, my final thing on the wish list, Taylor needs an episode count to reflect her contract status. B&B came out trying to reassure fans that Taylor's still on contract. Okay, that's fine. Where is she? Where is she if they plan to renew her contract and keep her around? Why aren't we seeing her? She's got 3 days in the last few days of September. Those are with Finn, no doubt talking about this Sheila and Steffi marriage crisis. And then I think maybe they said she's got 1 in October. And it had been a month before that when she dropped in for a single episode when Steffi was at Eric's. For the same reason, they need Bill Spencer around. He's presumably still on contract, Don Diamont is, but he's rarely seen. What we're watching and have been watching for the past year or so is The Bold and the Brook and the Ridgeful. Not Bold and the Beautiful. They are clearly writing for the characters they like, and I don't think they give too much of a tinker's damn what fans want. And that's why ratings continue to fall. Like, in the 6 digits a week. They are losing week over week, like 100,000 viewers sometimes. How long can that go on before we lose our soap? Do the writers and showrunners care? If they do, they need to do better. You know, when they do fan favorite stuff like Thomas and Hope, and I know some people don't like them, but a lot of people do. Thomas and Hope are on, ratings go up those days. And then it turns into Liam being a tool, or Ridge and Brooke and Dusty Destiny, and then the ratings drop that day. You can look at what's going on when the ratings spike. Why? I mean, bottom line is, we've seen all these plots before. They must be extremely eco-friendly over at CBS Daytime because all they do is recycle plots. So for my money, either let Krista Allen go so she can work on another show, or write for her and give her the screen time that you owe a contract player. I think General Hospital or Young and the Restless would be lucky to have Krista. GH already has Rena Sofer debuting in October because they totally failed Quinn Fuller in the writer's room at Bold. And there's a rumor that Ted King might be back at General Hospital too because Jack Finnegan's in the wind. The bottom line is that I don't want them to say Krista Allen's on contract and then keep her backburnered and drag her out for 1 or 2 episodes a month. And then the rest of the time say, oh, she's at a medical conference, or she's doing charity work, or she's, I don't know, off getting her hair done. Do right, or just don't do it. That's my stance. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you agree with the wish list? Do you want to see Taylor stay and continue like they've been doing? Or do you want her to stay and get something better? Or do you just want her to go? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I read all your comments. I appreciate them all. Thank you so much for listening to our US and Canada listeners, our international listeners on 4 different continents. Love you guys so much. Tune back in for more on Bold right here. This has been Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.